going to kick this video off standing in front of the widest body car you're going to meet at a car show. That Hummer is completely and utterly mental, the absolute king of wide body. And then I'm going to squeeze through all these crowds, try not to spear myself on these exhaust pipes. And that means the BWB guys are in town. When you've got exhaust pipes sticking vertically in those numbers, this underground car park, it's the Curve. And I am in KL for Retro Havoc 2024, the 9th edition of this completely crazy show. And as I make this intro, I'm just going to make a detour and walk past the two blingiest cars you are going to meet today. And just while I am here, look at that light show going on in there, on that air stuff. This is a crazy show. This is completely and utterly mental. Look at the fitment on that arch to that tyre. That is pressing down hard. Those bolts are working overtime today. This, as I said, is Retro Havoc 2024, and this is going to be part one, because this show is so crazy busy that I need to do it more than one part. So stay tuned, because this is the most crazy, the most hardcore show in Southeast Asia. Here we have a race car. Well, race car in the loosest sense of the word, probably the smallest race car you're ever going to meet. I mean, it's small, it's got a small engine, but that is going to be as light as anything. One thing's about Retro Havoc, they always invite star names every year. It's something you never do in Thailand, but here, they always invite big names to come and be the VIP guests. And here they all are. You can see Larry Chen on the end there, the big man from Rocket Bunny. Man, they've got all the stars here, and they are lining up to get their autographed merchandise. I saw this absolutely amazing RX-8 yesterday, the first time, at the launch event for Retro Havoc in the hotel round the side. And it blew me away completely. And in fact, since pictures have been dropping out of this over the last week, it's nearly crashed the internet in Southeast Asia. People have been homing in on this car so much. So I want to get Adi, the builder, just to talk through what he's done here. And then also, he organises the big modified car events in Borneo. I want him to just introduce what's going on over there, because it's amazing, the scene. I've been kind of following the scene there, but I haven't been yet.
All right, so hi everyone, my name is Adi. I'm from Kuching, Sarawak, and here we are at Retro Havoc KL today. So I shipped this car all the way from Sarawak to Kuala Lumpur, I think in the past 3 days. So it took about 7 days to reach here. And this is my car, RX-8, with an original Rocket Bunny body kit. And the engine is RE Amemiya engine, the demo car engine, which I fitted inside the car. And right now the car is running on air as well. So I'm using Air BFT, it's a brand from Indonesia. We are also a community-based group, and we also create events in Kuching. So we are called Fast Culture. So recently we just finished with our event on the 4th of May, where Retro Havoc is basically our main partner for the event. That is why we are here today, and that is why I bring in my car here today to be displayed at Retro Havoc. And this is my first show coming as a participant.
A 928 wide body in Southeast Asia. Got to check that out. So I just had a chat to the owner. Man, he used 2 full tanks coming up from Singapore. So he's done a lot of modification, but he hasn't done anything on the consumption. Anyway, let's go over to him and ask him what is going on.
Hi, I'm from Singapore, SG Retro Car. I founded SG Retro Car. So all these guys over here is part of our group. This year we have approximately 30 plus over cars on display. And this is my car. This car is a 1982 Porsche 928S. What you see here, it started life as a stock vehicle, but right now it has the Strozek wide body. As you can see, the rear is substantially wider. So for this car itself, I've also opted for coilovers. So I've lowered the car and put on 19-inch wheels. The bonnet actually has 2 scoops. So these 2 scoops is for cold air intake. And of course, the front splitter is actually substantially lower, and it's got the brake ducts as well. So it actually has a purpose to the kit. It's not just for beauty purposes. so it also enhances the beauty of the car, the curvature of the car as well, together with the lines that's very reminiscent of the 1980s. Check this out. This will probably remind you of the 348 and the Testarossa. Overall, I would say that this is a very unique car. The 928 itself is already very unique, but I wanted to make it even more unique.
This RX-2 has absolutely blown me away. The whole car is immaculate, and I really love this paint color as well. It really nails it. When you look at that engine bay, it is absolutely perfect. And I really like the way he's done the strut tops with the triangulation and the classic Mazda badge on it. And he said he had the machine specially for it. And again, we've got the rotary going on here. Man, that is absolutely beautiful. The whole car is immaculate. The stance, the position, everything on it is bang on. And this big ducktail on the back as well. And I mean, just look at that tail end, man. That is as good as it gets. Anyway, the owner is showing me, and this was a rotten as it gets barn find. He has done, completely stripped it back, refabricated everything, painted it, and he's doing some minor details now to get it complete. So I'm just going to go over to him and ask him to just kind of introduce the car, because it's worth knowing a bit about this.
Hi, I'm Sashi, and this is my Mazda RX-2 Capella. So I've been having this car for the past 6 years, and I've finally rebuilt this car with a 13B turbo. And it took me quite some time to rebuild this car, where I repainted it, did the body works and the engine.
Definitely one of my favourite builds of the last year or so has been Farah's pink 240Z. I got a soft spot for MX-5s, and these two here look amazing. This one here, this white one, with a pretty big lavish body kit right down on there, and a massive roof luggage container on top. Really nice. I like these slats for the brake exits there. And then this one here in classic Mazda racing livery. That looks really, really good. And let's just look at this roof luggage box, because look at that frame he's got and those mounts holding it all in place. You don't normally see something that big on an MX-5, but these things don't carry a lot. So if you're coming a distance, and this guy's come from Singapore, you want a bit extra. It's got a pretty neat spoiler on it. I like this little effect with the heart in the reverse light as well. That is right down on there, and it looks really, really good. It's got a shape that works really, really well. And we've actually got a couple more MX-5s here as well. So quite an MX-5 thing from Singapore going on. But we'll leave those, we'll just focus on this. I just want to show you around the front as well, because that looks nice. That is right down. It's got a big front open intake on it. Looks neat. And it's got a narca duct into the top of the lights as well. And that must be sticking out 5 or 6 centimeters from the wheel arch. I'll try and bring you around so you get a better angle.
Hi, my name's Alicia. Welcome to Malaysia and Retro Havoc 2024.
This group of cars with Super Sunday wrapped onto them, so you couldn't miss it, are hitting the ground. They've got a TT here with a bike on the roof, and then just come over here and you've got an R35 with Rocket Bunny style kit. Man, that looks pretty low, pretty impressive. We've actually got a dive plate going on here. But really I want to look at their R8, because they've done some neat detailing to this. They have stripped the whole back end off it, and they have painted the diff in black, the subframe in red, and the exhaust and the cats in white. If you live in Thailand, to be honest, RWB, we've had quite a lot of it over the last 10, 12 years. There's around 2 dozen cars in Thailand, and you never go far without seeing an RWB. And to be honest, they're all cool, all individual, all got an identity, but we've seen a lot. In Malaysia, it's kind of the early days for RWB. It's in its infancy. And seeing this one is really nice. I absolutely love this blue. And that classic convertible shape with the ducktail, it just seems to work really, really well. There's a lot of really nice A31s here. And this one in red, white and blue, wrapped up in the classic Nissan racing livery. That looks really good as well. Got a ducktail here on the back which works really well, a massive board exhaust coming out. Nismo badging.
Hi everyone, I'm Joey. So I'm here for Sonex. I'm working as Sonex model. So nice to meet you guys.
So we have an update on the story with these girls. There's a girl there sitting right by a car, and whose car should it be? No guesses, no surprises there. What I really love about the car world is that every single model of car will have a following, a hardcore following. There'll be some small group, even a tiny group, will follow a car. And right here we have 4 space wagons together. And I mean, who goes overboard about a space wagon? But let's just have a quick look at this one, because this is rally art. Full hit modified underneath here. Look at that, everything going on. This has just flummoxed me. This has got an OZ Space Saver. I have never seen an OZ Space Saver in my life before. I mean, I walk around and double check so you see. It is that wide. There's quite a lot of K70s in the show. This has been modified like crazy, and I've had a chat with the owner. He doesn't speak much English, but basically this is his daily drive. It's a drift car. It's got an SR20 engine in it, but it's all the details that he's done that I absolutely love. And you see this red and black. He wanted to do the Japanese flag, Yokohama style, fused together. I'll take you around the side. And these are definitely the biggest wheel bolts I have seen in my life. You stand too close to this guy when he walks past, you could lose a lot of skin here. Then just try and go down the side here. We've got a really popular Japanese symbol here. But look at this, we've got the whole warrior painted onto the car here. And you can see the Yokohama and the Advan matching with the whole theme. I'll get back to the inside because that is absolutely amazing. Not sponsored by Mummy and Daddy. I would say that is definitely the case. But we hit the rear wing. And I mean, look at that. That is the biggest ducktail I have seen in my whole life. And the owner said he wanted the biggest rear wing in the show. And he's definitely got that. That is absolutely huge. And you can see in the back, we've got this on the cage. They've got a lot of stickers. They've got the whole Kanjo thing going on here, the Osaka scene going on. And down the back here, we've got like a skull and a pirate's cap. We've got a frame going on here, which has been hand painted. These light covers, I really like this. This is absolutely kind of rocks my boat. And I just got to show you the interior as well. The interior of this car is absolutely amazing. We start with the door card. We've got an alloy plate, and then we've got this handle bolted on here, and we've got an alloy winder handle. And inside, man, we've got a lot of red going on, and we've got all this Japanese theme, and we've got real traditional Japanese gear lever. Wow, this thing is amazing. Got red bride seats. We got the devil here, we've got the monster here. Japanese flags. Everything is going on here. And if I lean into the back, we've got a big Japanese flag across the back seat. This is something pretty special. A 1990s Honda Accord with a pretty full-on metallic green livery. People don't normally do that to that kind of generation of Accords. And it's got a splitter in black here, it's got supporting struts, and the lights have got these trims on them. But leave all that aside, because it's got an Isuzu badge on it. This is an Isuzu Asuka, which is a short time rebadged Honda Accord by Isuzu in Japan. And I've never seen one in my life before, and you can see it is all Accord, but it's got Asuka in the C-pillar trim here in the door. It's got a small trim on the boot, and it's badged up as an Isuzu Asuka. Now, in Malaysia, they spend a lot of time and effort and research returning everything to JDM specification. So I am guessing this is an Accord, and he's badged it up. And it's still got VTEC on it. I'm not sure whether they left VTEC on the Asuka or not, because I know nothing about it and I've never seen one. Anyway, that is pretty interesting. Protons. We're in a Malaysian car show, so we really ought to mention Protons because it is the national brand. But I know nothing about them, so I'm just going to walk you around this one and show you that they modify them. And there are a lot of modified Protons here. You can see this has been pretty nicely finished. Around the side we've got aero going on here, kind of Rocket Bunny style. Meister wheels, look pretty nice, 18-inch. Got a skirt, same on the back, got quite a nice fitment, quite a nice stance. And then look on the back here, this rear wing and these struts, that is full on. It's called a Perdana. I only know that because it's written across the back plate, and again it's all been blacked out. And we've got another spoiler here, molded into the boot. Anyway, that is pretty nice project, pretty nicely executed, and that's the Protons covered.
This is all my artworks. All my artworks is I use pencils and markers as mediums, and then all are hand drawn, which is took me around 3 weeks to a month to finish. Like this one here, you can see I blend it with the pencils, and then I render it with markers, alcohol markers. Then I put in the pencils again, and then once finished, I spray it and then I frame it. This one I use digital mediums. I use iPad, Procreate. But I draw each cars first. This car took me 3 weeks to finish. Same with others.
Hi, I'm Lisa. So I'm at Retro Havoc.
It's time to look at the K-cars because I absolutely love the K-car scene in Malaysia. It's the biggest one outside of Japan, so it's pretty logical that this show should have a lot of K-car stuff going on. I mean, look at this. The detail and the work, like that carbon fiber vent and all this spoiler, beautifully finished Recaro seats. And again, if you look at this, all the detail and the work. And I went to a meeting last year with these guys in KL, and there's like 200 cars turned up. And the thing that blew me away is how they turn them all back to JDM specification, right down to things like the door cards that they get with the Japanese labels on. And then here we have a mirror with a Bomex kit on it. Man, Bomex on a mirror, I didn't even know they existed, and that's got a lot of presence to it. That gives a big, strong, kind of muscular feel. That's a mini muscle car. And then here we have a look. Let's dive around these people here. Here we have another mirror, and all the detailing, you can see the cooler, all the intakes, all the custom work that goes on, the blow-off valve. Man, that thing, I'm sure, is an absolute rocket, because these things weigh less than a Formula 1 car. It's amazing. Here we've got a classic shape here, man, all beautifully detailing chrome, and here we have another one that is tuned up to the max. Turbo tucked down there. And another one here, and it seems like we have the performance boys out here because we've got a cooler and you can see the turbo in there. And the same with this one, and this one has got quite an interesting body kit. And the other thing you'll notice, everyone is running Japanese plates at the show, although we are in Malaysia. And we've still got a few more down here as well. Man, absolutely amazing the depths that these guys go to for the K-cars. Coloured panel on the back, filling it up, twin exhausts. Man, sound system in the back, and a whole beautifully detailed interior. Big sound system. This thing is gonna pump. They must have a decent battery in these. And this is the owner. He's gonna be the noisiest man in KL tonight. And look at the fitment here as well. The fitment is coming right out. It's got a stance and it's got a classic wheel on it. Spoiler here, spoiler there, big roll roofs. They've all got these roll roofs, and I kind of love that. It kind of reminds me of like Fiat 500s, things like that. 17-inch, man, that is a low profile. And then we got this one on the end, and I mean, that looks cool. I feel like I could be cruising around in that. And look, the business, not just like a guy in a tiny little car. Now I'm going to interview someone about their modified car, and they are holding snakes. So I'm actually having to hold the microphone for him. If this is the last clip I make, those snakes are deadly.
Okay. Hi, I Idosita Pen. This is my car. This car Daihatsu Mira Classic pickup custom.
We use the custom rooftop.
L502 Boomex. For the Boomex, it comes with very lowered side bumper. come with a fender like Rocket Bunny but KK spec. This is original Nissan Power sunroof that fits to the Pro Dual kancil. This is Boomax spoiler. This is limited edition Boomax.
Here are the K cars. Here are the K car guys. These guys are absolutely passionate about their cars, and I absolutely love what they do. Let's find out more. But today we have snakes. 1, 2, 3, 4 snakes. In fact, I'm out of here. So here's one of my friends from Malaysia, Max. Has the amazing A31s. In fact, this A31 absolutely blew me away when I first met it about a year ago. Now he's here, not quite with the A31 cap on. He's here with his garage, End Perfect. And they've got Shuck's A31, which also has been on a few of my videos. And he's got a number of other cars that he has built here. Mostly Sephiros, but he does everything. So I'm just going to ask him to introduce his garage, what is going on, what he's up to. So slightly off the A31 thing, find out the garage is going. Stop, don't run away, we need to talk.
I'm Max Haril from End Perfect Performance. We have 7 different cars that we build. We're doing repair services and modified custom race car, street performance and show car.
And this is the thing I really like here, Nissan Cedric. Who makes an effort with those? And look, all the lighting is all cracked up with the heat of age and kind of got riveted bits on here. And we'll look round the side, it's nothing too special. It's got some pretty big wheels on it, yeah. But then just look at that engine bay. Man, that is unbelievable. That's what I really love. And again, it's like the paint is worn off here. It's all cracking up here. The grille looks like it's been gathering dust for years. And then you look at that engine and that is just fantastic. Drift is super popular in Malaysia as everywhere in Southeast Asia. And here we have the usual mix that you get on any track in this part of the world. I've just found the absolute bling off the show, an 86 and an Aventador, both with full chrome wraps. There's a shake here.
So generally, every year I would just do my rounds in the floors of the basement parking to see what's new, who's the new guys in town, and just saying hi to the comers. So it's kind of cool getting to meet people whilst being in the Targa.
Things I wasn't expecting to see: a Retro Havoc 2024 number 1, a 1973 Holden HQ. In immaculate condition, with the biggest bulge in the bonnet for sure at this show, and some superb details like these alloy wind deflectors, the big bench seat, and it's running on 15-inch Street Pro wheels with a big tyre wall jacked right down. This has been obviously meticulously restored, it's in perfect condition, stripes going across the bonnet and the boot. Man, that is very unusual. Every single car owner at this show has spent the last 48 hours washing their cars, scrubbing them, hoovering them, cleaning them, sending them to the detail shop, getting them wrapped, polishing them up. Apart from the owner of this very rare Sprinter Truno, 1990s Corolla based coupe, super rare, full of technology at the time, a little bit heavy, they didn't sell that well. This is incredibly rare. I look at the scoop and the big bulge on the bonnet, but this thing is covered in mud, and he's lost the rubbing strip down here as well. But apart from that, it looks very new. It looks like the wiper actually might have been worn down for quite a while. Man, that looks like a barn find, and it also looks beautiful. That shape is a very smooth, very slippery shape, very much the 90s, the bubble era, when they were just pushing the boat out on everything. That looks good, but it really does need a wash. Unlike a car show in Thailand, you won't find many pickups at a show in Malaysia. But this Nissan Navara, it has been maxed out. The whole front clip is carbon, even the badge. The BWB boys are here with their usual crazy mix of Bosso style cars. Quite a few of these you've seen when I went cruising with them last year. Round KL in the middle of the night, and if you want to watch that, just kind of drop into my videos and you'll find a video where I went out with the BWB guys like 3-4 in the morning, burning around KL, street racing. Bosso lifestyle isn't quick and easy. There's a dedication to the passion, and those big exhaust pipes that you see sticking out, they're for show or for driving super low speeds. They aren't for moving from A to B on the public road, so they have to be transported. And the big man from BWB here, he's got a bracket you can see here, exhaust clamps and a steel bracket. This is quite a rare Ford sedan, four-door sedan, quite rare to find. And it's got a Rocket Bunny kit on it, which is also super rare, a Rocket Bunny style kit on it. Those big arches and all this spoiler and splitter on the front. We're going to leave all that aside because what I like is all the detailing he's done on this car. He's wrapped it all in the American flag, fitting in with the Ford vibe. You can see on the front radiator grille here, that's wrapped up. The scuttle panel is wrapped and all the grills are individually detail wrapped up. That's a lot of work. Then he's got the wiper arm wrapped up. He's got the door mirrors wrapped up. And if we go round the back, he's got a big ducktail wrapped up and round the registration plate. And I mean, look at that ducktail there with all those flags. Hardly had I said before, those two chrome cars, the 86 and the Aventador, were the bling winners. Then I meet a gold RX-7 FC. Man, what can you say about this? Big wide body kit, lot of modification everywhere, and a full-on gold wrap. When you modify a car, it's always about the cooler on the front. It has to be seen. You have to cut away the bumper or the spoiler so it's on display. This guy is making sure everyone knows he's got a great big Sard cooler. So I bumped into Jason. He's 19 and he's got a Lotus Esprit. Now who in the world buys a Lotus Esprit when they're 19? He's also got a Mitsubishi, which is interesting as well. We're going to get back to that. That's got an engine swap. But first of all, we're going to go and check out the Esprit.
So basically, I owned this car around 11 years. And me and my dad rebuilt it from the scrap. So that last time this car condition not that great. It can't start when I bought it. Right? After that, around 5 years, I have rebuilt this car with my dad. After around 2 years, I rebuilt the engine with my dad. And we find the parts everywhere. If I can't find the parts, I will custom made it. For example, for the rim, and we found it from the scrapyard. Change the pistons and conroll everything. So this two carburetor is Weber, is 45.
So this is the first Esprit I have ever sat in with a quick release steering wheel. You've got another display in here. It's been really nicely done into the side of the dashboard. I say we've got another display here, diagnostic down here. And that is quite an unusual Lotus Esprit.
So last time this car will be 1.3 cc. After that I will change to 2.0. After that we upgrade the carburetor from the basic one SU to the Saga. After that we upgrade everything, the distributor, the piston. The light we have changed, front radiator, everything from the looks. We have just upgrade the lights, everything. And we have put the new spoiler for the front and a hidden oil cooler about down here. And we have a custom suspension. We lowered it with the original spring. We changed the brake to the Mitsubishi one. And with Watanabe, Thailand. Then for the interior, Yeah, I changed the seat and the original dashboard. But the caster there, I bought it from Bangkok also. Back here, the Rocket Bunny one, the wing. Backside, two of this, we bought a new one from Kuantan.